Low-value women are not a partner's asset. They are a liability. They decrease a couple's average value and are poor long-term partners. And when we refer to value in this context, we are not referring to the fundamental worth of individuals as people, but rather to the abilities and qualities they may contribute. These low-value females are not the type of people you want to start a life, a family, or an empire with. Pay close attention to this list because at the end of this video, you will have a straightforward list of traits and actions. Hello and welcome to Luxsio. Before we begin, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more of our incredible videos. Number 1. Low-value women play games. Low-value women engage in games with men they perceive to be inferior to them. They believe they won't lose anything if they go and walk away. They are the ones who run just so they can see you pursue them. She constantly puts you to the test. They deal in uncertainty, they flirt with others but don't want you to do the same. She uses drama and rumors to further her agenda because it gives her a sense of control. She is responsible for the mess. Number 2. They are illogical and loud. Shouting in public, making a commotion, yelling, screaming, and making no sense at all. These women prioritize their sentiments above information. You don't dare try to convince her otherwise, since she feels justified based on her wrath. Low-value women are incapable of efficient and effective communication. She lacks the necessary vocabulary and the capacity to connect ideas and explain them in a way that results in the resolution of the issue she claims to be addressing. Also, they are creating a scandal despite the lack of compelling basis to do so. She'll be straightforward and blames all the toxicity on you. You'll feel trapped in your relationship with these women. Number 3. They have unhealthy habits. A significant factor in how society views, evaluates, and ranks people is their level of fitness. A person is more attractive the healthier they are. Therefore, just from a physical standpoint, there is an increase in demand for that person. Poor fitness often indicates a lack of self-awareness for many people. They can be unhealthily unaware of it. They don't take care of themselves. Thus, they don't take themselves seriously. They lack restraint. They simply cannot refrain from consuming their emotions, and they lack discipline. They can't self-motivate or execute a plan of action. A person's likelihood of contracting illness and disease increases with their level of physical inactivity, and people will notice all that and anticipate future complications. Your fitness level is entirely within your control. There are things you can do to be in the best form you can be despite genetic difficulties. We live in the strangest era in human history, one in which issues associated with obesity are more common than hunger-related deaths. Since only the wealthy had access to food, only they become obese for ages. Nowadays, the wealthiest are typically fit and active, whereas the poor are heavier and unhealthy. Number 4. They still carry unresolved trauma. In the world, there are 4 billion women. According to statistics, some of them had difficult upbringings. Some people struggled in their early relationships or weren't able to mature appropriately. Because of this, counseling is common. To make your past less of a burden in the present, you must discover ways to resolve it. You'll be high maintenance if you're more problematic or damaged. That is a simple fact. And we're not referring to financial maintenance. We are referring to the amount of time, patience, and effort, degrees that go above what is necessary in a typical healthy partnership. For someone to be with you, they will have to pay for this. And statistically, if all other factors remain constant, someone who doesn't require as much work will be selected more frequently and succeed in their lives and occupations. What happened to you in the past is not your fault, but you are in charge of your future, so think wisely. Number 5. They're only in it for a good time, not for the long haul. It doesn't necessarily indicate you are a high-value woman just because men pay you a lot of attention. Being highly ranked sexually doesn't necessarily make you a good candidate for marriage. These are the bimbos, for a lack of a better term. No substance, just surface. They'll date you, have fun with you, sleep with you, go on trips with you, and perhaps even buy you things. However, they most likely do not have any plans to propose to you or establish a family with you. Or, if they do, you may play a supporting role. Trophy wives aren't what they once were. Despite their delight in your beauty, guys have standards and don't want you to make them look bad in front of their friends. Even really stunning ladies find it difficult in this situation, since a high-value lady is more than simply good looks. Looks are depreciating assets, which means that if all you have to offer is your physical appeal, men will view you as a liability even if you are married, since your perceived value declines over time as your youthful attractiveness ages. These ladies are typically replaced by younger spouses because the type of men they attract are just interested in their appearance. Number 6. These women are emotional manipulators. Low-value women strive to catch people off guard by appearing cunning because they are, by nature, manipulative. These are the women that cry when you correct them. They are the ladies who use threats to hurt themselves if their partner left. That is how they emotionally manipulate men. They are gaslighters, so lying to achieve what they want doesn't bother them. When confronted with the facts, she plays the victim card, blaming others and refusing to accept responsibility. She loses it and cries. These women don't care about the truth. She'd rather ignore you than admit she made a mistake. She wants you to make amends for putting her in that situation whenever she apologizes. She will continue to distort the truth or create smokescreens to distract you from the truth. Number 7. She doesn't have any good plans for the future. These low-value ladies live their lives as if there is no tomorrow, as you can see. They believe that they will figure it out eventually. And even though, assuming you don't unintentionally become pregnant, that might be alright in your early 20s, but when you're 35, things are different. Life is similar to a tasting menu at a fine dining restaurant. You start with one dish, move on to the next, and so forth until you reach dessert. After paying the bill, you return home. Women of low worth don't have any plans for the future. They have no idea what they want to be when they grow up, and they are getting older quickly. No amount of moisturizer you apply will change the fact that you wasted the last 15 or more years of your life without accomplishing anything, or at the very least, coming to terms with your identity. Since they saw Selling Sunset on Netflix, they all believe they can succeed in the real estate industry. They lack the abilities needed to be successful in business as well as be a good housewife. Women of low value simply exist. Their preferred options are that they might return to school or that they want to establish a business but are unsure of what kind. Number 8. They believe they are worth more than they are. These kinds of women don't genuinely contribute much. They just act as though they do. They frequently claim to be strong, independent women who choose to remain single and that men are intimidated by them. High-value guys often avoid them since they don't want to deal with it. According to some women, guys can't handle them. They reside in an imaginary world. Because the media pushed this to them as children, many of them are still hoping for the archaic notion of a Prince Charming. And regardless of who you are or what you do, a knight in shining armor will come and drag you from your town and place you in a castle. Some of them even think they resemble the filters they consistently use in their photographs. They are so entitled. They are frequently an only child who, while coming from a typical or below-average home, has been severely spoiled. Because parents gave them everything they asked for with little work, they no longer recognize their true value in a relationship or in the world. As a result, they assume that the world will treat them the same. She sees herself as a queen. She is, however, only average in real life. She leads an average life and works an average job in an average apartment. There is nothing wrong with average, therefore that's good. However, she is seeking a king and wants to change them because she thinks she is a queen. She can view males as unfinished business, a side project that has to develop to her standards of imagination, standards she is unable to achieve herself. Because of this, she is never satisfied with a partner. High confidence that is not supported by genuine value is unacceptable. Men typically go for the realistic, while many women live in the possibility. Nobody likes to deal with exaggerated expectations. Number 9. They must always be correct. Low-value women have little interest in resolving disputes. Instead, they are just interested in winning. In the face of the truth, they will not back down. They'll even claim that the magical reality they've created for themselves contains their version of reality, which they claim to be true, because they value their feelings above reality. As a result of their empowerment, they start acting greedily. Low-value women are reluctant to display vulnerability anymore. Additionally, low-value women are no longer willing to acknowledge their errors to appear faultless. They will continue to fight with you over the smallest points until you give up. Not because you're losing, but rather because you're fed up with fighting and want to end the conversation. If you can work well with others, you can be successful in a relationship or business. However, when you watch reality TV, you often hear contestants declare that they are only in it to win rather than build friendships. Number 10. Low-value women make fun of and humiliate others. She disrespects others. Maybe not you, but it's only a question of time and positioning before she does the same to her partner while she's attempting to impress you. They are rude to the employees and waiters. Low-value women make fun of and humiliate the people they are with to make them feel small and guilty about not being able to offer the same standard of living as these other people. They compare them to athletes and high-value guys. This is her fantasy. She believes she has the right to live that way. Additionally, low-value women will focus on causing emotional suffering because most women are physically weaker than men. She will go deep into the psyche of a partner and exploit their vulnerability to cause them misery. She will bring up their parents or siblings as examples of bad behavior. Because of their height or other physical characteristics that are beyond their control, low-value women devalue males. When they start to lose in discussions, you constantly witness them resort to insults. Number 11. They have kids from previous marriages or partnerships. Now, this is the point where all the single mom warriors will jump at the chance to insult us. But as we promised, we'll be brutally honest about it. This one is about the standards set by society. Since we all know that what we do has an effect, whether you're inexperienced, stupid, in an accident, or completely at fault, it makes no difference. Here's how society views the scenario from an unbiased, brutally honest standpoint. He got you pregnant without any commitment to starting a family. And for people on the outside looking in, that can be a significant red flag suggesting that this woman doesn't make the best decisions. She was unable to keep a family together, therefore she is now attempting to start a new family while bringing her children from another family. And in all honesty, that might be a big red flag. The truth is that everyone wants to get the most out of their efforts. Even though the kids are innocent in this, the mother shouldn't get a pass. Your past decisions may prevent you from pursuing some opportunities in the future. Most men desire to have their own children. Men have always been concerned about leaving a legacy. They feel and think this way because it's in their DNA. They put a lot of effort into giving their own children the greatest possible existence, since through thousands of years of evolution, only the strong produced children. Additionally, every effort, every dollar, and every second they spend with your current children is one that they must deduct from their current or future offspring. The fact that being divorced and having children from a prior marriage does not always make you a low-value woman. Most single men would nearly always choose a woman without an ex and a few children to bring with them if given the option and all other factors were equal. Women without children are prioritized higher in the social order. Number 12. Low-value women have no class. In this context, trashy is the opposite of stature and elegance. Women who are graceful and exhibit self-respect are valued by society. Do not forget that we are treated by others as we are by ourselves. You will be respected by others if you respect yourself. We don't mean to put someone down, but from a statistical standpoint, you often get what you sell in life. You can't act in a trashy manner and then act shocked when others don't value such behavior or offer themselves up for you. Number 13. They are dishonest, possessive, and envious. Some women are fixated on control. They are unable to be trustworthy. Being trustworthy and having the capacity to demonstrate trust are qualities that society, peers, and prospective partners respect, and personal insecurities are typically the cause of this. They may feel in their hearts that they are unworthy of their partner or that they have trust issues from previous relationships, which is why they are always looking for excuses to belittle them or question what they say. These are the women that constantly check their partner's phones and emails, prevent them from being around other women, and look for fire even when there isn't any smoke. A person who is in a relationship with these kinds of women feels confined and undervalued. Nobody can commit to developing anything of worth with someone they don't trust, or who doesn't trust them, since that is what a relationship is. Number 14. Low-value women have a high body count. A high body count can mean different things to different people. However, a low-value woman is known for being readily available. Due to their mutual understanding that she is alright with it, guys approach her as a casual hookup rather than a long-term companion. She has done this frequently in the past. Everyone has a past, but if yours is obvious to others and resembles a sausage factory, you can't really wonder why certain high-caliber men or women wouldn't want that in a partner. Number 15. She is more concerned with pleasing other women. She believes that because she is a side chick with a Birkin purse, she is better than a woman who is happily married, has children, or has established a successful job. Women with poor self-esteem connect love and happiness to material items. There's a trend online where women would leave their partners because they won't purchase them a Range Rover. Although it attempts to be funny, it reflects the current state of the culture. No matter how happy you two are together, she won't care if she can't flaunt it on fancy vacations. Today's women are now preoccupied with playing status games, thanks to Instagram and the flexing culture. Even though they both make average salaries, typical women now demand that their spouses take them on trips to the Maldives, buy them expensive gifts, and provide them with luxurious experiences. The pressure they apply forces them to compromise the family's long-term health to gain likes on social media and feel superior to other users of the platform. Here's a great takeaway. A strong woman is someone strong both on her own and in a group. A low-value lady, on the other hand, lowers the average of the group. Decide who you want to be in life and then make the adjustments required to get there. You can be wealthy or famous and still be a low-value woman. Attention does not imply high value. It takes a lot of work to improve your reputation once it has been established. Kim Kardashian is currently one of the most famous women in the world. Despite being a billionaire who attempts to become a lawyer, a mother, and an advocate for many causes, people still consider her history and are confused about where she fits because they are still aware of how she got her start in her previous marriages. We all succeed in life by working hard for it. Forget about them and evaluate your performance primarily on your results rather than your potential. If you're committed to personal development, it's time to bridge the gap if they are not identical. Do you resonate with any of these characteristics? Maybe it's time to reevaluate yourself. Share your thoughts about our topic today in the comments below. As always, Thank you for supporting us. If you enjoy seeing videos like this, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring and valuable content. We'll see you in the next video.